This will hopefully be the last vlog. Well, yeah, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully this will be the last one where I have to film with my phone, because I did go ahead and order another camera. So that can be for me, and then the other camera, my old camera, the one that I usually film with, can be just for church stuff. So anyway, I have today off work. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Alex and I just got back from our trip to Purgatory, Colorado for the Total Archery Challenge. And it was a weekend of firsts for me, you guys. You guys will see, I'll do a quick, not quick, but you guys will see that here in a second. But it was so much fun. Was it? Honestly, I think he had more fun than I did, but I did enjoy it more than I thought I would. So, because I do love the mountains. I just don't. I thought I would die. Okay, I'm not the most physically fit person. Like, just because I'm tiny doesn't mean I'm fit. And Alex wants me to start doing archery, which means I'm gonna have to start working out so that I can get more strength in my arms and my upper back, so I can actually, pull the bow back. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation, just working out, period, as someone who sits at a desk for 8+ hours a day. It's not just that. Like, other people do that, but, they have the time to, and I'm not saying I don't. I can certainly make the time. But, I had to stop comparing myself to people who don't live my life. I need to just shut that down right now. Yeah, it was what it was. You guys will see the footage here in a second. But we left Thursday, drove out there, got like a condo or something on Airbnb, stayed there, drove back Sunday, got back just in time for me to do the admin stats for church that morning. But yeah, it was fun. Like I said, I didn't die. I thought I would, like, not die, but like die as in I'm struggling my face off, like my throat is burning, my legs are killing me, that kind of thing, when you're like hiking up and down a mountain. But it was not bad at all. And I was like, oh, this is much easier than I thought it would be. And it was nice. It was something, I did like the fact that it was something for Alex and I to do together, kind of. I say kind of because I was a non-shooter, so I wasn't. Oh, also, it was my first time on a ski lift. I've never been on a ski lift before, so that happened. And then I also saw a hot spring for the first time in my life. I know, Colorado native, and I've never seen a hot spring before. But anyway, let's jump into that real quick so you guys can see all the fun stuff. So, like I said, now I'm back. It is Monday. I have to day off work, so I get to do a bunch of things. Well, I meal prepped. I cooked like 5 out of the 7 meals that we got in our HelloFresh box this week. We don't normally get 7, okay? It was my mistake. I added 7 on there just to see how much it would be, but it saved it. Well, I shouldn't say it saved it. I saved it, but I just didn't go back and fix it to be back down to the 3 that we normally do. So that was a fun surprise in our bank account. But I cooked 5 out of the 7 last night, like I said. I'll cook the other for dinner tonight. Maybe, actually, probably not, because we have staff, so we won't be able to eat dinner till like 9 or 10 o'clock. Anyway, point is, did that last night so that I wouldn't have to do it today. I didn't want to spend like half my day cooking. So plan for today. There isn't really a plan. I mean, kind of. But I do have a to-do list. Would I be me without a to-do list? Probably not. I need to go to Wells Fargo and Chase. I need to drop off an Etsy order at the post office. And I would like to clean the bathroom. Should probably do that as soon as possible. I have a bunch of laundry that needs to be done. I need to edit this video. What I really want to do today, because I have the time, I'm like, let me do it now, because I want to have my nails done, okay, for the family reunion that's not this week, but we leave for it next week. And it dips into the following week. So, kind of, I should have taken that Tuesday off, but whatever. I want to have my nails done. So, it's not like that important. It's not like the end of the world if I don't get them done, but I'm like, now is the time. I have the time now, so let me do it now. That way I don't have to complain about not having time to do it, because I do have time. I'm rambling. Point is, I would like to do my nails today. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, also, I got an order in from Levi's, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but y'all know the black pants that I've had from H&M for like 8+ years. The front of it, and in other places too, it's like fraying. And in my blue jeans also, there's certain areas that are like, you know how like the fabric just wears away to the point where it becomes a hole? That's what's happening. So yeah, point is, I need new jeans. Alex told me he was like, just get new jeans. Because I'm the type of person, I'm like, they still work, you know, like there's not a hole yet. And I'm like, they work just fine. And I've had them, there is some sentimentality there. I've had them for like ages. Anyway, I ordered new pairs of jeans from Levi's. And I did Levi's because I'm like, oh, these are quality, should last forever, theoretically. So I'm wearing one pair now. I ordered a pair of skinny, a pair of Bootcut, and a pair of flare. I'll leave them down below, not the links, but like the sizes, or maybe the links, I don't know, but you know, sizes like waist and length and all that. So these are the skinny, and they're mid-rise. And I didn't know if I should do mid-rise. I know I don't like low-rise, but I was like mid-rise, high-rise, and I'm thinking I should have done high-rise. I'll still keep these, maybe, but these are mid-rise, again, skinny. I really only like skinny bootcut flare. I hate straight, and then I hate if they're just loose the whole way. Like, yeah, anyway, so here's the mid-rise. You can see they come up to here. So my belly button is here, right here. So mid-rise, that's what mid-rise is for me right now. Let me see it over here on a white background so you can see better, but yeah, they feel so nice. I'm a jeans person. Like, you know how people are like, oh, I can come home and take off my jeans and put on sweats or leggings. I love jeans, and I'm perfectly fine lounging in jeans. But you can see they go down to my ankle. And I can't remember if I think I had to order longer in the flares because they didn't have the right length for me. I'm 5'2", so yeah. can't remember what length these are. I think 28 inches, maybe. No, not 28. I'll put it in the description box. But yeah, so anyway, I have a lot to do like right now, and I want to drop this off at the post office while it's early. So I'm gonna go do that, and we'll go from there. Okay, y'all. Okay, so I'm back from running those errands. I did try to go to Wells Fargo, but they weren't accepting cash deposits, and that's what I needed to do. So I'm gonna do my nails now. Laundry is going, and I do have the dishwasher running as well right now. So, but while that's going, I got set up for doing my nails. Oh, I need to grab some paper towels, but anyway, so this is what I'm thinking of doing. I did like a test nail and it didn't go well. So, cause you can see that there's like some gold sparkle. I don't have gold sparkle. So I'm just gonna do just the normal solid colors. But what I'm nervous about is the ombre. I watched a tutorial on like 4 different ways to do ombre. And yeah, this is why I don't do like designs and stuff. I just do simple solid colors. Anyway, but we'll try it, practice makes perfect. And these do look just so gorgeous. They'll look different on me, obviously, because my skin tone is much darker than that. But yeah, so I'm thinking, and I don't really have a nude color that matches, well, definitely that matches this, but that matches my skin tone. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I have some like sheer nudes. This one's more like a gray. I could use this maybe, but maybe I'll just do like clear or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna try that, okay? And I also have this tutorial right here pulled up. I watched it once before. It's just because retention is something I'm struggling with still. So I'm like, oh, let me do this one because she claims to have 5 weeks of retention. So I'm going to try to follow along with this, see how it goes. I have my nail drill, my colors, and all that, the tips, my cuticle remover, isopropyl alcohol, acetone, some tools here. This is what I'm going to, oh my gosh, this is the brush I'm going to try to use because I don't have an ombre brush. So I'm going to try to use this. We'll see how it goes. And then this super tiny detail brush for the dots. And then the 2 lamps. So I'm nervous, but hopefully this goes well. Okay, I haven't put any cuticle oil on yet, but this is as far as I got. not the best, not the worst. Also, I think because I used top coat to mix with the black, and I don't think I should have done that because you can tell on my ring finger. Also, I forgot the dots, but you can tell on my ring finger it started making like a weird texture, and I don't have clear gel polish. I thought about using builder gel, but I didn't know if that would work. Anyway, I love the look. It would look better if the ombre were better, but y'all, it's 2:43, and I've been doing this since, I don't know, probably like, actually, I don't know how long I've been doing this. I'd say like maybe 4 hours. So yeah, I think I did the best job with my thumb, but I'm not gonna do, and also I'm right-handed, so I definitely cannot do this on my right hand. I'm probably just gonna do all black, maybe. But it's a vibe. Yeah. Hey y'all, sorry for the weird angle. Literally like everyone else is also sitting in their cars, but it looks like they're all just on their phone. Anyway, I left the house a little earlier than normal so that I could stop by a different Wells Fargo to deposit what I needed to that I couldn't yesterday, but there's just so many people. Point is, I didn't have time to stop by the bank, and that's kind of put me in a bad mood, but I'm also like, girl, calm down. You had a great quiet time. Like, why are you letting these circumstances but like dictate how you feel? Not that my feelings aren't valid. Like, yeah, it's frustrating, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. Could I have left even earlier? Sure, but I mean, because the amount of time I did in fact get to work early, but the amount of time it would have taken me to go that extra however many miles it is and then come back would have put me past, and I would like to be in by 8 a.m. is the point. So I know him, I think. Anyway, I'm really hoping today will be a good day. I read Psalm, I think 102 through 104 or 103 through 105, something like that. And in one of them I shared something in my quiet time in our Bible Talk group chat, and it basically, I'll put it on the screen, maybe over here, the scripture that I was referencing, and I was like, it's interesting that it says like those who fear God instead of those who love God, because this is David who's writing the psalm, right? And David was a man after God's own heart, and David was a very emotional, lovey-dovey guy. So I'm like, maybe, because I looked at the Hebrew word for that as well, for that word fear specifically as it was used there, and it literally meant to fear, to revere, and to be afraid of. And I was like, interesting that it says that. And I was like, maybe that's because that's like the starting point, but then like the end goal is 1 John 4, 18, I think, being perfected in love. Like, those who have been perfected, there is no fear in love, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, I mean, I'm scared too, you know, like, or I can be, like, if you think about it, he could just snap his fingers and like not like Thanos, but you know what I'm saying. And there's just so many things that are outside of our control that we feel like are in our control. I'm going off on a rant, on a tangent, and I have 10 minutes before I need to be in the office. Point is, I had a good quiet time, okay? Also, I appreciated verse 10, and I like how it said, God separates us as far as the east is from the west. God separates us from our sin. And I said that I don't always feel like that, which probably means that I'm not letting him separate me from my sin, which is something that I need to work on. So I wish he could separate me as far as the east is from the west from my feelings. But that's another thing I'm working on. I'm working on like 500 things. God has feelings too, and God gave us feelings. It's what we do with them. And also there's a difference between like a feeling and like, there's feelings and then there's like intentions, desires, all of that. I just like hate how complicated and complex our insides are. I'm like, I would rather just do the things, you know? Anyway, point is, I had a good quiet time. I still haven't prayed yet. Prayer is something that I suck at. As in just doing it. Like once I get praying, I'm good, but like it's hitting the go button that I suck at. Hopefully I can take a lunch break today. Y'all, I was looking at what I missed while I was gone. In terms of work, and what's ahead of me for this week now that I'm back. And oh my goodness, it is going to be a week. I have a meeting with my boss this morning to go over my schedule and my workload. Yeah, I guess that's all I had to say. So, gonna head into the office and hopefully it'll be a good day. Alright, y'all, I got like less than 5 minutes to show y'all before I hop into this really exciting Zoom meeting thing that I'll tell y'all about once it's over because I have limited time. But these are the I just woke up, kind of high-waisted flare jeans from Levi. As you can see that they come up, my belly button is down here, so they come up to about maybe like technically just above it, but basically right where my belly button is. They are a little, sorry I can't go back as far. They are a little long. You can see they go past my ankle, basically, to the bottom of my foot. Like I said, I'm 5'2", and I'll leave all the measurements down below in the description box, but yeah, I do love them. When I first saw them, I was a little worried. I was like, oh no, they're not gonna fit. They're gonna be too big, but they're not. Back pockets are deep. Anyway, so that's those. I'm gonna hop on to the Zoom call and then I'll be back. Y'all, I'm an idiot. The meeting isn't until 10. It's 9 a.m. PSD. Not MST, so I'll hop on to work. I'm working from home. I'll have to catch up with you guys later because I really do have to hop on to work, but I was wrong. Just wanted to say that. I was wrong. I am an hour early.
On what room you're in and you want people to actually understand what you do, you guys are in the right room. So I'm super happy to have you here. Welcome, Patrick. Nice to see you. We were just getting started.
Okay, I have about 10 minutes before I need to hop back on to work from my lunch break, but wanted to chat with y'all about the Zoom call that I was on. But it was hosted by this wonderful woman named Angela Gerber, and she had some interesting things to say. The workshop was called From Chaos to Clients, the workshop for multi-passionate founders. And I was like, I'm multi-passionate, but I think it was, I don't know. I'm multi-passionate, but my business, the one that I have, well, I technically have two, but the primary one, it is pretty niche because the whole point of this workshop was for people whose businesses should not be so niche. Because, everyone tells you niche down, and get so niche, right? And that's how you're supposed to do it, but that doesn't work for everyone, especially, like she said, multi-passionate founders. But I think my business is very niche. Maybe it shouldn't be. And it got me thinking, I'm like, maybe I should be, is there more I can do with this? Is there more I'm good at? Because there's plenty of things I'm good at, but like, I mean, structural drafting is pretty straightforward. I don't know if I would say it's multifaceted. I don't know. But I figured, it's free, might as well. One. Two, it made me think about my life. I understand that this is for founders, business owners, businesses, stuff like that. That's what this was for specifically. But in my head, I'm like, I could apply this to my life, theoretically. And specifically this channel as well. I just needed to do more thinking on that separately. And I do have a follow-up call with her. And it's free, 45-minute free call with her. I was like, wow, might as well. Because my first thought, because of course she ended it with like, if you couldn't answer any of these questions or like you need more help or whatever, book a call with me. It's a 45-minute call. But then she said it was free. Because at first I was like, oh, I would love to, but I would not be able to pay you. And then she said it was free, and I was like, praise the Lord, might as well. So TBD on that. But for now, she said some interesting things. She mentioned editing yourself depending on the room you're in. She said, let people see the range of things you can do. She said, your range is your magic, not your flaw. She went through 3 common mistakes that people make. Mistake number 1 is the service. I spelled this wrong. I was writing so fast. The service list. You're giving a menu, not a message. So instead, I need to give a message. And I'm like, yeah, menus make sense. But I understand what she was saying. Mistake number 2, the niche that doesn't fit. I need to go deeper, think about what people are wrestling with. Mistake number 3, the expertise showcase. And I love that she said this because this mildly blew my mind. I was like, I never thought about this way before. But she said, clients don't hire your past, they hire their future. And I was like, what? Anyway, and she made us answer 3 questions. 4. 1, my last 3 wins, or what were your last 3 wins? And it was primarily geared toward like, what did she say? Client transformation, project wins, stuff like that. And I was like, oh. So yeah, anyway, and then second question, what did they get? So like geared primarily toward clients, right? What did they get from that win? I wrote more time to do other things, less financial stress, freedom to spend the money that they saved on what they want, less stress about how to get everything done. That's just all I could come up with. This third question, though, is the primary reason why I decided to book that free 45-minute call with her, because I could not answer this. And I was like, this bothers me that I can't answer this. So number 3 was, what did you bring that created that transformation? And she wanted us to focus on what made our service or what we did unique. Why is it better that they come to me than go to someone else, right? And I'm over here struggling. I'm like, I don't know, because I'm good at what I do. I don't know. Am I even good at, and then I started spiraling, am I good at what I do? I still make mistakes at work, I guess being good at what you do is different than being perfect at what you do. The only thing I could think of that made me different was my background in structural engineering. And it's honestly because I just hear so many complaints about, mainly on Reddit, but everyone complains about everything on Reddit. And half the people didn't even know what they were talking about. Anyway, there's a difference between a drafter and a designer, just to make that clear. It is not the drafter's job to ask, hey, why isn't there a brace here when there should be? That's on the engineer. Hence the word engineer, okay? Not the drafter. Drafters draft. Engineers design, okay? Sorry. That's just a big pet peeve of mine when people mix the two and they get mad at the drafter for something that the engineer should have known or done, Anyway, so there's that. 4th question was, look for the pattern across all these 3 steps. Because I couldn't answer number 3, I couldn't answer number 4, and again, that really bothered me because the answer to number 4 was that common thread that you take to turn into your message. Yeah, long story short, it was good, it was helpful. I want to redo that, but in terms of life, in my head, I'm like, I could be doing more, I could be making a bigger better impact. I'm not talking about, like, oh, let me change the world, like me alone by myself. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying there must be a way I can reach more people, because y'all know I'm an introvert. I don't go out. I hate going to the grocery store, so I like really never do unless I have Alex with me. I'm going off on a tangent. Point is, it was great, and work has been stressing me out, y'all. Yesterday, I didn't leave the office till like 7 p.m. yesterday. It's been tough. Anyway, I have a meeting. It's Thursday. I am on my lunch break, and here's the situation I'm in, okay? I'm sorry I'm not looking at y'all. First of all, you're peculiarly balanced. Second of all, I'm in the parking lot, and there are other people who are also sitting in their cars who can definitely see me, and people who are walking around. Anyway, I was looking at Google Maps, and pretty much everywhere near me that has food is like, as in more than just, and I'm not talking like gas station, okay? There's gas stations that are close to me. I mean like a place I can drop in, get food, and then leave, you know what I'm saying? Or like a drive-thru or something. They're all 8 to 10 minutes away from me. That's more than half of my lunch break right there. That's 20 minutes. And that doesn't even include wait time. Could I order ahead? Yes. But then I feel guilty about ordering Starbucks because that's the closest one to me. Well, I felt guilty about spending money, period. But here's why I'm even thinking about doing that in the first place. Because all the meal prep I did wasn't enough, which makes sense, right? I only made 5 HelloFresh meals, so that's 5 meals, right? Not the 10 we would need for lunch and dinner, and we eat those as we need. Point is, I didn't have anything. I didn't have a meal ready to go to take with me to work today. And again, it's my fault because I simply did not meal prep enough. And I was like, do we even have stuff at the house to meal prep? I'm like, we have food at the house. I don't know if I could, I could just throw some frozen veggies in a tub and call it good. A cup of couscous and be fine with that, technically. I thought about ordering DoorDash. Like, I opened the app, I looked at places. But I was like, no, that's spending even more money. I mean, I guess technically I do have the freedom to spend my money how I want, our money how we want. But because we still have a bunch of debt, student loans, my student loans, you're welcome, and the car loan, I can't with a clear conscience spend money to eat lunch. Hey, editing Mel here. The irony of me saying this after having just purchased a $400 camera is not lost on me. I just want to say that. This is just where my mind was at the time. And I guess it says a lot about me that I'm more willing to spend money on certain things than I am other things, or like, especially if it gives me more convenience in one area, or if it's something that I've also noticed if it's something that I think about for a long time. Like, I've been thinking about getting a new camera for a very long time now, and it's just because we've been using my other camera for church stuff, and go all the back and forth is just a lot. I understand it's not as important as like eating food, but again, that's just where I've been, I guess where I'm at, where my priorities are at, which is not a good look, but that's where we're at right now, I guess. Anyway, or maybe I feel more guilty about spending money on food just because I know that there's the alternative of cooking from home. I feel guilty about it because, as I've been explaining, I shouldn't be in this situation in the first place if I had just been responsible on Sunday or Monday or whatever day that was. So I think that's why I feel more guilty about this back and forth about whether or not to spend money eating out. I just want to say it's not lost on me, like, the fact that I'm this concerned about spending money on food when I just spent $400 on a camera. This is why I'm so stressed whenever I don't get my meal prep done, and it bothers me when people don't understand that. Like, you don't understand. If I do not meal prep every lunch and every dinner for the work week at least, then I'm going to spend money eating out. Well, either that or go hungry. Some days I do go hungry, which is fine. That when that money could have gone towards paying off debt or savings or like literally anything else. Like, I can't complain about having debt or not being able to pay it off when I'm getting Starbucks or eating out for lunch. That's my logic. Or spending $400 on a new camera. And I don't think I'm wrong. Because this is America. I live in America. I can literally go get food whenever I want. It is not the end of the world for me to miss lunch for a day. So yeah. Instead, so I was trying and doing all this deliberation, trying to figure out where to eat, what to eat. I was this close to getting Starbucks, like ordering and then going to pick it up and then coming back. But then I was like, again, I felt bad for spending money, period. And then I'm like, well, you could take a longer lunch break if you got into work earlier. Who cares if I stay up till midnight? I was up till midnight. I didn't get home till, I think, like 10:30 after dropping everyone off after midweek. By everyone, I mean 2 people. And then I made a pizza. That's what I did for dinner, a frozen pizza, because that would be quicker. In my head, I was like, oh, that'll be quicker than cooking the last HelloFresh meal that I've been saving for a night where I can properly sit down with my husband and eat. Because Alex had already eaten by then. He also had a frozen pizza. Anyway, I had a frozen pizza, and while that was cooking / the oven was preheating, I edited and uploaded the midweek video, which was, by the way, so good. I'll leave it linked down below. It was about crying out to God. I was so convicted. I know I say that every midweek, but 1, that's just because Daniela is a fire preacher, okay? And 2, the Lord is speaking to me. I don't know. I have a lot to work on. I'm not perfect. Anyway, yeah, and I ate my pizza, half the pizza, and I waited for the video to finish uploading. And by the time I got to bed, brushed my teeth, all that, it was midnight. So, but I did get into work on time. Well, kind of. I got in at like 8:05-ish because there was an accident on the highway. Well, I have a Kind bar, I think, in my desk drawer. And I think I have a iced oatmeal cookie flavor Z bar as well. I probably won't be able to eat again until after 9 p.m. Because I have to drive home, get Alex, then we have to go pick up someone, then drive to where we're having Bible talk, which is from 7 to 8, and then I have to go pick something up, then drop her off, and then we go back home. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that, maybe. Hi, baby. Hello. Hello. I'm so excited. It's finally here. Look at the box, though. Look at that. Like, really, FedEx? Yay. I got the Insta360 Go Ultra, refurbished, by the way, so I could save some money. it's dark. Okay, so I had groceries delivered while working, so figured they just got here, so I figured I'd show you what I got before I hop back on to work. I was gonna say it's not a lot. It looks like a lot, but it's only because this is all for Natalie pretty much, except for the toothpaste, because we are on our last tube. So, well, we each have our own tube, but point is we're almost out. So I got more of this. We'll probably run out this week. Well, Alex for sure will. I got him some more creamer, and then I'm gonna start putting carrots into Natalie's food because I learned that carrots can better than broccoli, and I want to get to the point where I can start canning Natalie's food, which will be a whole investment in itself, I understand, but I want to at least start transitioning her to carrots. And I do have broccoli in the freezer still too, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of carrots for her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags, 7 5-pound bags of sweet potatoes. These are a different brand than the ones they normally get, but anyway. And then I ordered 7 packs of chicken, but apparently these were the last 6. I can't complain. One of them's leaking too, so I'll have to hurry up and cook these. But yeah, that's that. Gonna head back on to work. I definitely forgot that I was vlogging for a second. I got off work, or finished work at around 6:45, took Natalie for a quick walk, and now I'm frantically making her some food because it's almost her dinner time, and I completely forgot that she was out of food, hence why I had to order more, or more ingredients anyway. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna, and I'm like shaking because I had too much coffee too late, and I haven't really been eating anything. I have like that, I had a thing of the pre-made beef Merlot stuff from whoever, like just one of those freezer meals, and this is how you know I'm hungry. Like, I'm hungry enough to where I don't care. I've been snacking. I don't snack. I've been specifically on things that are boring, like these. And I had a bar of dark chocolate. Anyway, literally. So I'm doing this, but then I'm gonna start dinner. Don't know when Alex will be home. The Airbnb that we stayed at for the TAC, it had an electric stove, and I haven't had an electric stove since I was a kid, or haven't had to use one since I was, like, before my parents got divorced. And oh my gosh, those things, they take forever to heat up and cook what it is you're trying to make. I was like, dude, I thought I wanted an electric stove, but now I'm not so sure. This is the tiniest little cucumber. Anyway, I'm gonna finish cooking, and yeah. Filming this with a new camera, so that's exciting, but I think I'm going to end the vlog here, so I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, also, a question I wanted to ask y'all. Let me know what you think, but what do y'all think if I started doing, like, monthly, I don't know what to call them, monthly devotionals, not quite Bible studies, like, as in we're doing a Bible study together, more like, here's what I learned in my quiet time, or something like that. I say monthly because I definitely would not be able to do weekly. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about that, what your thoughts are. If you care, if you don't care. Either way, let me know what you think, but I appreciate you guys, and if you made it this far, leave a ghost emoji down in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.